Okay, guys, what is going on? I had pulled these cards yesterday and I ran out of storage. As you guys know, if you guys watch, I always struggle with storage, but we had 24. And for me, the number 6 is love. And I don't know, it's just giving that, but I just want to show you what the cards were and then we'll dive into the reading. And then from 2 4 it goes into 5, which is between world, like it's all adding up, I guess, number wise, like 2 4 5. And get this, guys, we have 11, dark night of the soul. And if you add 5, 6, 7, and then 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have to use my fingers. It goes to 11, dark night of the soul. And guys, I kid you not, these are how the cards fell. So I was like, is this really happening? And then we have the angel cards, which was 222 balance, and then the crow for transition, and then we have 30 for sacred divinity, and then the bottom of the deck was channel your knowledge. I want to say the number 8 could also be very significant. The number 6, you guys should be seeing crows, turtles, togas, or lions. You guys should be seeing swans. You guys should be seeing ravens, gooses. And heavy energy, guys. Heavy energy on the dragon. Okay? Let's dive in. So I'm going to go with my shirt on what it says. Basically, take it easy, guys. And I want to say, I'm going to start off with how we had got the Two of Cups. This is giving me, whether it be in business, whether it be in just meeting new people. I want to say, though, there is definitely a form of love coming in. They could actually be a Ophiuchus is what I'm hearing, which is in December. And I'm also getting Sagittarius, Leo, of course. But I want to say that this was a long time coming. But confirmation, okay? But it's also giving that this is a moment where it's going to be celebration, joy, marriage, home, community, homecoming with the Four of Wands. And with the number 4, it's protection. But if you look up what it meant to have 4 wands at like a ceremony or when one was getting like married, it actually meant that no one or no force could touch this love. It was a protection from by the actual one you call source. This is all coming in. But right now where you are at, you are in between worlds. The number 5, this is a time of change and you are going through the dark night of the soul. And in case you don't really know what that is, or I'm going to try to explain it like a young one, that you have lost the love for your old toys, if one would say. The things that you used to like have somehow not fulfilling, and it's just like you seem to get bored with things that are now around, and you may find yourself in a form of isolation, and it's basically facing parts about yourself that maybe you don't want to see, or things that are holding you back, but all paths lead to the same place, believe it or not. But it's like it's giving me you have no choice but to go ahead and find balance, because the number 11 1 1 that goes to 2 2, this is taking me to the number 2 2 2, which is the one that came out. But it's also 6 2 4 6, because 2 2 2 is 6. But yeah, and it says basically that now is the time while you're in between worlds and going through the dark night of the soul for you to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that alignment that you seek also seeks you. Oh my god, breathe, rest, and reset. I did not plan it, guys, but yeah, basically, take it easy. You don't have to have all the answers, you don't have to know it all. And I think that we all want to go ahead and get to that certain place where we want to be, or we want to get to this part where it's like, oh, love is coming in. And I don't like to say that out loud, and I'm going to go into that love reading. I want to say that this is on its way. It's already like, yeah, it's coming in, I want to say. But right now, you are in between worlds, and rather than focusing on this part, which I shouldn't have said, but I want to be real with you guys and show you guys how it came out. But rather than focusing on that part, it's about focusing on this experience that you are in right now, because when you get to that final point of all your work coming out in the result that it comes out in, you have more, I guess I want to say, of a peace or just like a just certain comfortability. But the whole point of this life or experience is going through these trials and tribulations to truly get to know yourself. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to stay in conflict or that you have to stay in these negative feelings, because it just means that life happens sometimes. Yin and yang, if you say, or duality world. But with Dark Night of the Soul, basically it's just like maybe the things that you thought that you once loved so much, and it's like you don't find that same interest, or just certain people fell away. It's like all of this is a clearing while you're in between worlds, because you can't go into this new world with whatever it is that you're maybe holding on to. And I want to say that you are feeling very emotional. I want to say that you have your moments recently of crying. I want to say there's someone here who's feeling guilty. I want to say there's someone here who feels that they maybe have ruined someone's life, or that you have caused something for someone, and that's not the case. And there needs to be a form of you maybe like letting go of that guilt, but just knowing that whatever happened, happened, and it happened the way that it was always going to happen. And it's not saying that you stay in that thought, it's always like releasing everything and doing so with love, but going forward now and finding balance, because just because you had that experience doesn't mean you have to stay there. It's what did you learn? And now you should know more that, you know what, I need to check in on my feelings. I need to go with how I feel. And that is not selfish, it is not wrong, because it's like if you're in a plane and the mask fall down, you put your mask on yourself before you put it on the child. And I'm not saying it in a wrong way, but I'm just saying, because if you're knocked out, you can't help anyone. And with the number 3, sacred divinity, there are 2 paths ahead. For some reason, this is giving me like the Trinity, but I want to say you have already made the choice of wherever it is that you want to go, or what road you're choosing to walk in life. And it's not saying that you have to have all the answers, but whether you're starting a business or whether you're just saving up so you can put into what it is that you want to do, or buy stock, or just look into different things. But what I'm getting with sacred divinity is that this is also like what you have let go with the dark night of the soul, or what you have overcame and realized that maybe the darkness, I want to say actually how I'm interpreting it is that this dark night of the soul was really hard. It's giving me like a form of you really like losing yourself. I'm hearing rock bottom, and it's giving me the sense of a part of you did die. The part of you that was people pleasing, the part of you that cared what people thought, the part of you that begged to maybe have someone love you. And it's like you are now releasing all these old things, because this is bringing life. And this, you're entering a new world where life is going to bring a new meaning. And with the crow representing transition, it says which part of your life is or may be going through a transition. Maybe you are changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the crow is signaling that you are ready to make the change. And it's not saying that you have to get ahead of yourself and start going like, yes, you can plan for the future and that, but don't live in that future. Come back to this now moment and enjoy the process of the dark night of the soul while you can, because it's like a journey to this love, this joy, this celebration. And it's like once you get to the joy and the celebration, it's just like, not saying that there's nothing else after that, because there's so much more, but it's just like the journey to that is a whole totally different chapter. But this journey is like, enjoy this time right now is the best way I'm trying to say it, because you're in this now moment. And we don't always see this at first, but when we sit in silence and we take the time to take it easy, we then see things that we didn't really see before. And then sometimes things will present themselves in the future as to, oh, you know what? That's why I didn't go. Or that's why I knew I had to walk away. Or like everything happens for a reason. Entering this new world, I want to say, knowing yourself to now channel your knowledge. Share your wisdom of whatever it is that you may have gone through in this dark night of the soul. You see, we are all connected. And a lot of you would probably feel like, oh, well, you may say that, and it's all like, oh, like, you know, and I say things, guys, I come off crazy, but you know what? I've seen things that I cannot explain. And it's all love and it's all peace, but you know what? It's always see the bigger picture. even if you feel that what you went through was hard, and even though you overcame it, and even though you feel that you're maybe lacking or missing things, and I'm hearing child wounds, or maybe you feel that you did not have that, I'm sorry that you did not have that. But that doesn't mean you having that was going to lead you to being that gift of whatever it is that you lacked, if that makes sense. In other words, if you didn't have a parental figure and you're going to be a parent, for example, you don't have to have the experience of what it is to be a good parent. Because when you just have these eyes, when you see that child that is born, you have a sincere, not, well, if this resonates, I'm going to say if you're watching this, then yes, you're just going to have this feeling overwhelmingly hit you, and you're not going to know what to do or have all the answers, but that's the whole point of the experience, is that's how you learn. But you're only losing if you choose to say that I'm losing. So in this dark night of the soul, I want to say you came out of this saying, you know what, even when I lose, I win. In other words, even if something is not for me, the right things will always find its way to me. So it may feel right now like you were in between worlds. It may feel like there's isolation. It may feel like you just don't have no one to talk to. It may feel like you were maybe going through an addiction. It may feel like, you know what, you have left a relationship. You may even be feeling like, you know what, I am struggling to go ahead and be consistent with what it is I'm doing, but I'm still going forward. But I'm hearing, don't burn yourself out. There are two paths ahead. And the way I'm going to interpret that is, as you're in between worlds, you could choose to be in hell or you could choose to be in heaven, is how I'm going to say it. But it's on how you perceive it. So if the world is in chaos, guys, do not put yourself in that chaos. Separate yourself and just know that you do make a difference, but it starts within yourself. It starts with you taking the actions and the steps, with whether it's recycling outside or just doing things, because again, you never know who is watching, who you are inspiring, or who is watching you and see like how you act in that. And that's what I'm saying. When you act in your authenticity and you're doing things because it's just what you want to do, you never know who you're going to inspire. So even if you had a tumultuous childhood or you are struggling with addiction, I'm hearing tell your story. Because you never know who is going to watch. You never know whose path you're meant to cross. And just like how many people can see that, how COVID went around and that, this is a way to not bring up COVID, but I'm saying in a sense of like, as fast as COVID spread, which I want to say, we're in this collective, we are protected, we are sealed, because I never got it, I never went through that. And it's because I want to say I walk with faith. I'm not saying that I don't get favors in that once in a while, but no, actually I don't still, but not gonna imagine. But I guess what I'm saying here is, it's like when you act in your authenticity, which is the highest frequency than love, you doing your part like that sparks something within someone else, because again, you never know who's watching, and then when they start doing it in a form of authenticity, it sparks something within someone else. So whatever you went through, and with the dragon, it's just like, I want to say again, this was something that was very hard, something that was maybe even heartbreaking, and I want to say that you find yourself crying still sometimes. But it's about finding gratitude to go forward and saying, you know, just thank you, because I can feel. And the fact that I even experienced something, that is a blessing. Because to touch, to feel, to see the littlest things, as far as feeling the sun, and that we take for granted. So enjoy the experience no matter what it is. Don't try to change, just go with how it feels. Allow yourself to feel it. Cry if you have to. And just know that you don't have to stay there. But again, just breathe, rest, and reset. I'm hearing this is a time for you now. If you are in a spiritual path, it is about you knowing true that this is about you going within yourself. Do not go based on what is taught. Go based on what you search and how you understand it for yourself. Everyone has their own way in, because it's in their own way. So again, go within yourself, guys. But do not be scared at this point. With the dragon I'm getting, do not be fearful. Do not have fear. And I'm getting a crystal silver, and silver is coming into me like a protective, celestial, sacred protection that you have. So if you are on a spiritual path, I'm hearing now is the time to maybe use permission slips, use your sage, use your stones, use the water. And it's not saying that, because I always say these are permission slips, you don't need them. because you were the source, you were powerful. And it's not saying that you don't have to pray or have, I'm not doing that or saying that. I'm just saying it is about you going within yourself, and this is just how I do it for myself. Do I have a bond with Yeshua? Absolutely. But I also know that I have to go ahead and take the steps forward. I have to create the heaven. I have to go ahead and believe that heaven is a place within me. And I'm telling you guys will see results. Do not allow anyone to tell you that your journey is wrong, because we are all on our own journey, and it is about respect. It is about knowing that we could have different opinions, come from different backgrounds, but that does not mean that we do not have to be evil or cruel to one another. Different views can walk side by side. Yeah, guys, channel your knowledge. Now is the time. So, for some reason, I always do this, but I have the antelope right here. And decisive action. So I want to say they're making me bring out the antelopes. You guys should be seeing horns or antelopes. I'm hearing maybe you guys are watching the movie Bambi. Disney could be significant. But I'm also seeing like yourself maybe outside, and it's just like you're maybe taking the time to go ahead and take yourself outside more. And if you're not, maybe you should start doing that and just listen in silence. And it doesn't mean you have to be in silence either. It's just like find something that works for you, but connect to nature in your own way. But with the antelope, you're being told unequivocally that it is time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action toward making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts. Between the worlds, so I want to say with this, it's also giving me that you have created a foundation now. And it may not have been the most comfortable thing, because it's like the tower moment, everything falling apart, an earthquake, the shattering, but it all had to happen because now you are at ground zero, starting all over again. But now you have a stable foundation to know that, you know, I know what I'm going to tolerate, I know what I'm not going to deal with, I know what is my worth, I know that I am worthy and that I'm divine, and that, you know what, abundance is my birthright. And even if I don't see the results right away, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And even if it doesn't happen or it does happen, I am good no matter what, because I am whole. I decide what controls my happiness. I decide if I'm going to go ahead and think negative or think positive. It is all within you. Confirmation on that commercial. And the commercials had no more pain, so I'm going to say that you went through a time period of pain. And at this point where you are now entering in this cycle, there will be no more pain, but it's just like all that pain that you went through, you're meant to now channel it. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I want to say, if you guys enjoy my readings and you enjoy seeing Salem or hearing Salem, because Salem always comes out. Salem. Oh, look at the little baby. He's a little baby. And then where's Honey Chi-Chi's? Well, she's over there somewhere, but the color orange could be significant. But this is my little hunky. And did you know that he's born on Halloween night, guys? He really is my Halloween baby, and I love him. I just look at him. And I want to say that he has the world's biggest tongue for a pug. I know this is random, but I had to find pictures when he was a baby, because his tongue was always out his mouth and it never fit. So yeah. If you are looking for love, then I want to say you are in alignment with something like that. The 24th, the 25th of a month could be significant. Even the 11th of a month. I want to say the number here is going to be 30, adding all of these up. So the number 3. I'm getting a symbol of a triangle. The Trinity. And it's like giving me like you are now realizing that you're whole, because Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is all one whole. And it's just like you were realizing that everything that you endured was not for nothing. And I want to say, whoever this reading is for, that you are taking the steps. And right now, I want to say for this whole month of July, August, have faith in your dream and the courage to make it come true. Go forward doing whatever it is. Even if you feel lazy, even if you feel unmotivated, find the motivation, because you know what? You have to build the momentum up. But as I say here, we live in a miraculous world and anything is possible. And who's to say that it can't happen in a day, or you know what I mean? But it's also knowing if you really got what you wanted right now. Are you truly ready? I'm hearing glam up. Not saying to go change yourself, but love yourself, treat yourself. Love your body, tell your body, no, I'm thankful for my body. Start doing research as far as, you know what? Like, for example, fun fact, random, but don't watch your phone or be on your phone too long, because the humans need to blink every so often, or your eyes need to blink every certain amount of times a minute. So go outside. I'm hearing right now the love that needs to happen for sure is you grounding with the outside, connecting with your angels or your guides or however it is for you, but just knowing that before you even go to connect with them, you know that you control the outcomes of the situations of how you move. And whenever it comes to you, if you want to say that you walk this road and you are a part of a channel or you do this, know that it's always going to be nothing but love and infinite kindness, and they will always find a way to say something in a positive way. It's never negative. So if you're getting negative things and you're channeling negativity, I want to say that you need to ask yourself who it is that you're maybe channeling for. But again, guys, you hold the power, and where you are right now does not mean you're going to stay there. But I want to say you are in alignment to joy. You guys should be wearing the color yellow. Or the person maybe that comes in could be wearing yellow, or someone that you're talking to and wondering, is this a good match? Could be wearing yellow or something. But yeah. And I'm hearing the word pure. And I want to say that you are pure of heart. Someone who is pure of heart had to go through all of this because you were the only one who would have stayed pure to not be changed. So don't be changed. It's very easy to be a, you know what I mean, like a B word, but don't take the easier that way. Don't allow life to make you feel like you're cheated in that, because again, it is how you see it. You could always turn it around and just know that if this reading found you, you were on your way to finding love within yourself, but unified love. It's going to be a time where you went from maybe being in lack to having celebration and joy. And now having the knowledge to know that, you know what, even if something should happen in life, you have the knowledge to know that, you know, you don't have to stay there, and that you control how you move through the storm. Till next time, stargazers. Thank you so much. And take it easy.